My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is January 23rd, 2023. It is 12:08 a.m. I didn't record yesterday and I believe Saturday as well. I only edit what I need to edit, and then I just took a break, went to New York, enjoyed Chinese New Year with my in-laws, and I did post some stuff on my community board, but I didn't share too much, just enough. But I have a couple tweets to share with you. This video might be I might divide it into two. There's the first part is going to be about an article that I didn't read the article, but Twitter was talking about it, and there are some screenshots and things like that. It's about a vet who I think one of the British media's article misquote him or switch his words or something like that. And then I have like 14 other tweets that has to do with, you know, the rest of the family, Spare, a little bit about the Queen and the Queen father, Harry and Meghan, Anne and Camilla, and security issues regarding Harry and Meghan. Okay, so let's get started. And as a warning, to let everybody know, majority of the tweets that I share with you are from Twitter, obviously, and these are conversation that's going on social media. So I'm here to just share it with some of the squads who are not on Twitter. And then when I read some of those tweets, there are times I insert my opinion. All right, majority of my things, if I could find backup to share with you, I will share it with you, but they are my opinion. Okay, so let's get started. And this is the first tweet, and this is the article that I'm talking about. I will not be sharing the link, all right, because I don't share these people's links. All right, so that's from Daily Express. Prince Harry embarrassed as army instructor calls story and memoir complete fantasy. All right, that's from Express UK. Harry's army instructor calls story and memoir complete fantasy. And they put it in quote. Michael Bully, 57, served in the military for 33 years and taught the Duke of Sussex how to pilot a Firefly in 2009. Alright, so now here are the comments. Except that Michael Bully has stated that he never said it. Alright, so this is where how I come across a couple other things that says what the Express have said is wrong. And then through that, I find some comments and people who saw his comment, Michael Bully, they saw his comment on Facebook and they bring it on Twitter. They take screenshot to share with you, and I'll be sharing that also with you. But people are responding to this. Okay, Mr. Bully tried to contact the Daily Mail to contradict this article, but no one answered or returned his call. He went a step further to leave a comment contradicting this article. It was removed from the section. Wow, the British media are liars. This man is suffering. Wow. Okay, so this is the thing. Let's see if I could see it because I bookmarked it someplace else. It's a little bit blurry, but I'll try to make words with it. Okay, I am Michael Bully, Harry's former sergeant major flying instructor, quoted in this article. Out of the blue, I was contacted by the press to be made aware there were writing articles, and as I was named in Harry's book, Spare, I was offered opportunity to comment on it. I was completely unaware of this, as I had not seen it. I was then provided with an inaccurate version of the book translated, and wow, they show him something that was false so he could comment on it. Oh my God, what do you call this? Oh my Lord. Alright, I was then provided with an inaccurate version of the book translated, and in response, I expressed my concern about any possible detrimental narrative from the outset. I later saw the English version and highlighted the differences to the press. Wow. I was then assured that if I offer any comments, they will be reported on accurately. Stupidly and against my better judgment, I proceeded on trust. I made it absolutely clear that Harry was an exceptional student and I had nothing but the utmost respect for him. I highlighted some inaccuracies in the book and particularly reference to the flying sorties, but felt that they were probably not Harry's words and highly likely to be dramatized due to the fact that the book was ghostwritten. I did not know who the ghostwriter was and certainly did not blame him. Not once did I say anything derogatory about Prince Harry, and I certainly never said it was, quote, complete fantasy, end quote, as the article headlines. Wow, will have you believe. I made it clear to the reporters that I will not approve of anything derogatory, and yet here we are. I also made it clear that I myself am suffering from complete PTSD and I'm under treatment for it, and any misquotes or twist could potentially impact my health and well-being. I feel let down and betrayed by them. I also feel foolish for having listened to their assurance of trust and honesty. Oh my God, I should have known better. I certainly did not ask for or receive any payment, as some above comments suggest, and I'm very despondent about how this article has been portrayed. My goodness. Okay, so I think there's other tweets where this, what I just read here, is in it, so I will not read it again. Okay, still posting this article even after it's been debunked as a lie. Shame on you, Express. Okay, review the Daily Express operation and financial outlook revealed deep trouble ahead for the newspaper online outlet, with revenues taking a sharp dive in the first quarter of 2023. Both Nicholas Prater-John Rich and Gail John agree there will be significant layoff ahead. Should they sue them? My goodness. Per usual, the lies British press media tell, because they know they pretty much are on, what is it, nobody can touch them. That's why they feel so unbothered to just do that. Okay, don't worry, Harry. He was probably giving an extra strip to comply. You can trust no one out there. Protect your family and they'll protect you. Were you peddling lies? The army instructor has spoken out and you have deliberately blocked him and trying to respond to this blatant misrepresentation of the fact. Okay, this story has been debunked. More like Daily Express embarrassed. They were caught lying again. I don't think they're embarrassed. I pray this story doesn't cause another Caroline Flack episode, because this former service member does suffer from PTSD. However, with the British media, why let the truth be substitute for a lie? You people are a bunch of liars. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet, and it makes reference to that as well, to this article, which I'm not gonna share the article link, and I'm not gonna share anything from the Express. I'm just reading the tweet. Okay, to the supporters of Harry and Meghan during the pushback, and these replies with the truth and receipt. Love you. The media liars never saw you coming. We all read the replies and not the article. Save us from lies. Okay, Michael J. Bully and his own words. Okay, this is the part that I just read to you. I'm not gonna read it again. If you wanna read it, because this is somewhat a bit much clearer, you could pause your screen and read it. Okay, so let me read some of the comments. Oh, that was it. That was it. What is that? Body language pseudoscience. Okay, why Harry and Meghan critics are wrong. But anyway, let's move on, because there's no comment in here. Next tweet. Still making reference to the same Daily Express, I think it called, article. Okay, damn, they've upset him badly to Michael J. Bully, then said those things about Prince Harry's spare. Daily Mirror lie veterans. Okay, there's the thing that I just read, and he retweeted, and there's him here. I have written to the press in the comments, I am raging. Please pardon the typo. it will read complex PTSD, not complete. Okay, they have now blocked my comment too. My goodness. So he's making it as much as he can, like retweet it in different platform to let people know he didn't say those words. Oh my Lord. Okay, mate, I'm gutted for you. You have always been a straight from the hip and honest guy, but then sadly, this does only too well highlight the complete lack of moral and trust that sadly seem rife in certain elements in our society. Sorry for you, Michael X. Gutter Press. Okay, that's the MSM for you. Hate them with a passion. It's like making statement to the police without a solicitor or tape recorder. There was a comment I made something like that. Hopefully I get to it. Okay, you know it's going to get altered, twisted, and cut up into what they want it to be. I did it once and refused to sign 5 or 6 pages that were presented to me. They weren't happy when it got thrown out of court. Okay, rise above, Mike. Today's news is tomorrow's fish wrapper. The paper, they're gonna use the papers to wrap the fish. Those that know, you know. Okay, I understand why he said, because those newspapers in the UK, they are trash. So people who sell fish, seafood, when you buy those things, that's what they wrap it into. Okay, there's the statement again. You could freeze it and read it. That's the one I just read, but in different form, a bit much clearer. All right, there it is again. Let's go to the next tweet. I thought they were different, but later on I find out they the same. Next tweet. Okay, Prince Harry keeps telling y'all to stop trusting the British press. There's the article again. I'm not gonna read it. All right, there's this. The press are now hurting veterans, breaking my heart. Misprint of complex PTSD, but to misquote someone for the sake of ruin Prince Harry is not fair. My goodness, shame on you. Veterans stand together. Mirror News, Prince Harry, mental health, twitter.com. Okay, no one hurting the veteran. What happened to no comment? They all can keep their mouth shut. Yes, but hopefully I get to my comment, because not everyone is automatically think at the moment when someone is asking them the question, their word is gonna be twisted. Not everyone is aware of that, or every time you speak to somebody, you know that your word is gonna be twisted. Not everyone is in the mindset of that. So we have to give credit where credit is due. He wanted to make sure, you know, things were straightened out. But what they did to him is they show him something that was not true, and then to respond on the thing that wasn't true. Then later on, when he saw the actual correct one, and then he tried to make the correction of what he said from the lies that they show him, they won't listen to him anymore. Tell me, how is this fair? Okay, not everyone. Let's say I see you on the street and I ask you something. Okay, do you think I'm gonna use your words against you at the moment? You're not in the mindset to everyone you speak to is gonna twist your words. So, you know, let's not blame him too much on that. Okay, I don't believe any of these people who said they were so-called tricked. There's the thing again. Okay, by now everybody knows about the dirty British press. Not everybody knows. Not everybody knows. This is why sometimes I pray, let the blind see. Sometimes it takes people a little bit longer to see the truth, and not everyone is paying attention to Harry and Meghan stuff like we do. Not everybody. So we cannot blame someone who fall into the trap of the things many of us are aware of, because not everybody is paying attention to that. Like the vet says, he's suffering from PTSD. So maybe every chance that he gets, he's going to the doctor, getting treatment, doing his regular session. He's not paying attention to the tabloid all the time. Okay, so we cannot blame everybody for that. But us knowing what we know now, and don't be afraid, don't get me wrong, even though we know, we just never know. We ourselves could fall into that trap as well. Okay, just pray to God to be in the present, to notice when BS is being presented to you, to act accordingly, because this is a very tricky thing. Unless you are a mind reader to know what the person you're talking to is thinking of what they're gonna do about your response. You just never know. Okay, let me read this comment here. All right, I don't believe any of these people who say they were so-called tricked. By now, everybody knows about the dirty British press and their dirty tactic. He's a liar and cloud chaser, just like the rest of them, just overall nasty, hateful people. It makes me sick. I don't know. I will not say that. I don't think so. Okay, I think this post captured the headline he is referenced. So this is his comment here. Okay, that's the one I just read. Thanks for clarifying how you were tricked. I hope the military community learned from this that the British media is working against Prince Harry since way back, and they do not care to harm and lie in their way to make a buck. Okay, I'm actually concerned for this guy. I think I am too. He mentioned poignantly that he has complex PTSD. I'm concerned for his health and safety. He uses the word despondent, let down, betrayed, foolish. He respects Harry and they made him look dishonorable. Friend needs to check on this man. I think the best thing is for Harry to contact him and speak to him, or whatever Harry may feel about what we are reading about, to at least ease his mind. But it's very sad. Okay, exactly. British royal family loyalists and gatekeepers are fully aware of these diabolical games. Clearly, they have an unquenchable, habitual, malicious thirst for doing the devil's bidding. They know the terrible dangers behind the lies and maligning aim at Harry and Meghan, yet they participated anyway. Like I said, they show him something that was false. I don't know. I don't know. As much I hate to say that, I don't want to put myself on his shoes, but if he's looking at it physically, he could touch it, he could see it. Maybe he thought that's what was in the book. So they tricked him with a lie for him to give his honest opinion about the lie. I cannot blame him. I don't know. I cannot blame him. I guess, yeah, next time just don't speak. But it's hard to automatically think each time someone speaks to you, you think they're gonna do something sinister to you. All right, I know, right? Please listen to Harry. He experienced it firsthand. Okay, the Mirror has shared those lies in one of their tweets. There must be some way to hold them to account. At this point, anybody cooperating with the offering a statement to the media is setting themselves up. Yeah, that I think this is the correct way of responding to that. But we cannot blame him for falling into a trap when you're not a mind reader. You don't know the person was tricking you to have your honest opinion about something. So I don't think I could blame him for it. If he didn't come out and make that statement, which I read, then I would say, yeah, you know, whatever some of those people are saying about him. But he tried his best to put his truth out, and then they blocked them for people to see it. So he had to spread the news by himself to let people know, and thank God the squad picked it up to share it. And that's how I came across it. I do not follow the Express. Okay, those tabloids, I told you guys, if the squad don't share it, I will not know. I do not go out of my way to read those negative things. If it's meant to be seen, the squad pick it up and share it. All right, and then here I am, I'm sharing it with you. Okay, next tweet. Now this is Henry VIII, and this is where I commented in. Okay, I have zero sympathy for anyone who is dumb enough to talk to the British tabloid. Okay, so this is my comment here, about an hour. Okay, I do understand your point. Not everyone is in the mindset that their words will be used in a negative way. I can see something like this happen to anyone because majority of people are not sinister. Knowing what I know now about the British media, people have to do that. Cell phone is always at hand. Record the convo. Okay, once the person tells you he's a journalist or whatever, yeah, you could pull out your cell phone and record it. Okay, right in front of the person to let them know that your words is being recorded, so they don't come and twist your words. Okay, can someone give me the cliff notes of what happened? I've been working. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why I like to share those tweets with you, because many of you don't have time to go to Twitter. At least she's on Twitter, but some of you don't have time to shuffle through Twitter to read all those negative things and to see what's what's going on. So that's where I come handy to share some of those important things with you. Okay, on my next video, I'll sort of go into that a little bit, where I will mention about Patreon. I sort of post something on my community board about that. All right, so let's read some more comments and then go to my last one. Okay, my stance exactly. I said, go away. I don't want to hear your excuses about being misquoted, blah, blah, blah. No friend of theirs speak to tabloid anyway. Again, you have to be sensible. Understand his point. Maybe some of these comments, people who write these comments did not see what the vet had written. They present him with a version that was false. It was never in the book. That's my understanding. That's my understanding of what I read. They present something to him as if it was written in the book, Spare, and then he responded, give his honest opinion about it. Then later, when he found the correct version of the Spare from the part that they show him, and he saw it was a completely 360. It was false. So he tried to call the newspaper to make the correction. By that time, they don't want to hear about him anymore. They don't want to hear his truth anymore. Okay, they just go about what he already said based on the false version that they show him. So we need to at least grasp that part. That's what I got. Okay, sometimes people think they are helping. The good thing is he has published his disquiet. Alright, he knows what the British media are like. The hatred toward Harry and Meghan is all over TV channels. Why did he talk to a reporter? I don't know. People, not everyone is in the mindset to think about that. Okay, I have an immense amount of sympathy for him. I think I do too. Okay, I will never underestimate Murdoch and his cronies' ability to trick people. His statements sound very sincere, although I fear damage done. Yeah, exactly. They play themselves talking to those people. To be honest, some people might not get it because they're not chronically following any of this. This is what I said. This person gets it. Not everyone who's following. You see, I have videos for you almost every day because I'm following this. Okay? It's not everyone who's in the business of looking into what Harry and Meghan is talking about, what the tabloid is talking about Harry and Meghan to, debunk their nonsense. Not everyone is into that. So maybe he was not aware of that. Okay? So this one, I already agree with this comment so far, even though I didn't finish it. To be honest, some people might not get it because they're not chronically following any of this. My friends still get shocked when I reveal things to them, like I wouldn't be shocked if they interview Obama and then twisted his words to shame Harry and Meghan. Obama might not think they would. Okay, Sam, me too. He needs to apologize to Harry ASAP. No, he already put his statement out. As a matter of fact, if Harry sees both sides, okay, especially the part that I read, okay, if I was Harry, I would call him to say, don't worry about it. I understand what they did to you. Okay, so let's move forward with that. So he could ease his mind, the vet. Okay, because it wasn't his fault. Okay, I'm glad the vet, who the newspaper misquote, took upon himself to put his statement out as much as he can in many different platforms, and he asked people to share it. Okay, so if he have kept that to himself and let it run out like that, I will not say for Harry to call him, but I'm glad he put it out there, let people know what was done to him in order for him to make that statement that the tabloid took and run with it. Okay, absolutely, 100, Sam, exactly. All right, so this is my last tweet regarding that, and then I'm gonna create another video. Okay, there's this. This person, I saw it come under my timeline. Am I following that person? Yes, I am. Gardner award-winning journalist and author of A Good Home. All right, so let's read. Tip from a former journalist. Record your remarks when being interviewed by media. If you can, record both the interviewer and yourself. Some media don't deserve your trust. Okay, so this is the thing. I saw it and I quickly bookmark it to share with you, and I agree with that person. All right, I'm sorry that this guy has PTSD, but he really shouldn't have given an interview to any of the UK media. What more proof do they need? Again, like the last tweet that I just read, which I say I agree with, not everyone who's following Harry and Meghan in this aspect. They might know little bits and pieces. For instance, this particular vet might know about the Invictus from Harry's kind of work, but the nonsense that I keep on sharing with you almost every day about the media, the nonsense that they're writing about Harry and Meghan, he may not follow those things. He may not know it. So I'm not really gonna hold him too much accountable about it, especially when I read his side of the story, how he was able to make that statement where the newspaper took it and went with it. Okay, there's this here. Not everyone follows them. There it is. This person understand. I was shocked when in late 2016 I discovered how unethical they are. My UK family and friends were surprised that I didn't know. You see, that's the thing. I wasn't aware of that. If I wasn't following Harry and Meghan kind of thing, I would not know myself. Okay, anybody could fall into that. Okay, great idea, Cynthia. My neighbor had her coat twisted in our local paper. She wished she had. Okay, so that's the thing here. And thank God, like I said on my other tweet, is that thank God we have cell phone. We could record our conversation. But the thing is that I don't even know if someone called me and for me to record it while I'm talking to the person. I don't know how to do that. Maybe it's something I need to look at. You just never know. All right, so that's it with this. I'm gonna create another video with different things. It has about 14 tweets. Let me show you what the first one is before I do a prayer for this. All right, so it's gonna be with that, the next tweet. All right, so let's do a prayer for, let's put knowledge and vision. Vision is another version for let the blind see. Knowledge and not wisdom is good, but I'm thinking vision. This is what I'm, so for God to give us the ability to see through certain things, or at least, you know, be aware of certain things. All right, give us, oh God, the vision which can see your love in the world in spite of human failure. Give us the knowledge that we may continue to pray with understanding heart. Okay, so let's pick a image. Let's pick, okay, let's pick that one. Okay, prayer for wisdom, light for the way prayer. Dear Lord, I am praying for some light today. I know that you are the source of light. You are the very light giver. Please lighten my path so that I can tread rightly. I don't want to get lost and I don't want to get sidetracked. Keep me on track by illuminating my every step. Shine your light over my thoughts as you help me navigate my life and decision in the right direction. Amen. I think this is pretty good. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. And eventually, I am going to create a Patreon account where you could participate. I'll try to make it reasonable because I think Patreon, I need to look more into it. Now I'm a little bit more serious about it. I've mentioned it before on Pure YTE and I let it go. Instead, I create this channel as a backup because I didn't want you guys to pay me to see tweets and stuff like that. But things is getting a little bit too discomfort. All right, so I'll try to make it somewhat reasonable for where you guys could check my Patreon and, you know, support me through Patreon. And I will try my best to make videos on YouTube for you as well. But when things that very serious discussion and things like that, I'll put it on Patreon. All right, and my next video I probably will discuss it a little bit more. All right, so that's it. Thank you for your support, and let me do video number 2.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.